Imagine a town handing you a check just for showing up and unpacking your bags. Or a country where they take $0 out of your paycheck, nothing. Or a place where you can get legal residency for less than the price of a used car. I know how that sounds, like one of those too good to be true things you scroll past. But here's the truth. Every single one of these is real in 2026, and regular people are doing it right now. There's just a catch on each one that nobody bothers to tell you about. And that's exactly what I'm going to walk you through today. Hi, I'm Haley. Welcome to my channel, Travel Elements, where I cover travel tips, international living, investment insights, and so much more. If the idea of getting paid to start over somewhere new has ever crossed your mind, you are in exactly the right place. So here's how we're going to do this. First, I'll show you the towns and regions that will literally put cash in your hand to move there. Some of these numbers genuinely surprised me. Then we'll get into the countries where your income is taxed at zero, where you actually keep what you earn. And after that, the places where you can buy legal residency for shockingly little money. And all the way through, I'm going to give you the honest catch on every single one. And I want to be straight with you about why that catch matters so much. Because these programs change fast. They expire, they run out of funding, they change the rules, and the requirements are usually the part that decides whether you actually qualify or just waste a year chasing it. So I'm not just listing perks, I'm telling you who each one is really for and what it actually takes. Let's get into it. Let's start with the most jaw-dropping category, places that hand you actual money. And we'll start right here at home in the United States. Because you don't even need a passport for these. The most famous one is Tulsa, Oklahoma. Through a program called Tulsa Remote, they'll give you $10,000 to move there. That money is real. It's funded by a big local foundation, and thousands of people have already taken it. So what's the catch? You have to work remotely for a company outside Tulsa, and you have to commit to living there for at least a year. It's not free money for nothing. It's a bet that you'll fall in love with the city and stay. Then there's Choose Topeka in Kansas, where you can get up to $15,000. That's even more than Tulsa. The catch here is that the biggest payouts are tied to buying a home, and in a lot of cases, to your employer participating in the program. Remote workers can still qualify, just usually for a smaller amount. And here's one that surprised me. West Virginia. Their program is called Ascend WV. It comes with around $12,000 plus free outdoor gear like rafting and skiing passes and co-working space. The honest catch? You have to be a full-time remote worker from outside the state, and you have to actually move within a few months of getting accepted. They want people who will come and stay, not just collect and leave. Now let's cross the ocean, because Europe is where this gets wild. Several countries over there are quietly paying people to move into their emptying villages. And the numbers are much bigger than most folks realize. Take Switzerland. A tiny Alpine village called Alpine will pay an adult around $25,000 to move there, plus another $10,000 for each child. That's a real chunk of money in one of the most beautiful places on earth. But, and this is a big but, you generally have to be a Swiss citizen or have long-term Swiss residency already. You have to be under 45, buy a home there, and stay 10 years. So it's stunning, but it's not really open to someone just flying in from abroad. Ireland might be the most generous of all. Through their Our Living Islands plan, you can get a huge grant for an old home, up to around $84,000 to buy and fix up an old home on one of their remote offshore islands. $84,000. That's life-changing money. The catch is that it's a renovation grant. It pays you to rebuild a derelict house, not to just show up. And here's the part Americans really need to hear. You need Irish residency to actually claim it. Buying the house does not give you the right to live there. Those are two completely separate things, and a lot of people miss that. Italy is the country doing this in the most places. Down in Calabria, the scenic toe of the Italian boot. They'll give you around $28,000 to move to one of their small villages. The catch is you have to be under 40, you have to move within 90 days of being accepted, and you have to either start a business or take a job the village actually needs. Sardinia offers around $15,000 to move to a small town and buy or fix up a home. And you've probably heard about Italy's famous €1 houses. Yes, those are real, all across the country. But the €1 price tag hides the truth. you're committing to spend tens of thousands renovating it, usually within 3 years, plus a deposit you lose if you don't finish. So that €1 house is really a $30,000 to $50,000 project. Beautiful, but go in with your eyes open. Spain has its own version too. A village called Ponga in the north offers around $3,000 to families who move in, plus more for each baby born there. And a region called Extremadura offers remote workers grants of up to around $15,000. The common thread across all of Europe: the money is usually tied to buying property, having a remote income, or filling a job the town needs. And it almost never includes the visa to actually live there. You have to sort that out separately. And that is the perfect place to pause for a quick favor. If you're finding this useful so far, just hit that subscribe button. It genuinely helps my channel, and I post new videos like this all the time. Okay, back to it. Now let's talk about a different kind of getting paid. Because sometimes the biggest financial win isn't a check in your hand. It's a government that takes nothing out of your paycheck at all. There are countries in 2026 with zero personal income tax. None. You keep everything you earn. The big one everybody knows is the United Arab Emirates, Dubai, and Abu Dhabi. 0% personal income tax. That's why it's become a magnet for entrepreneurs and remote workers from all over the world. The catch is that the cost of living, especially rent in Dubai, has climbed a lot. So you really need to be earning well for the tax break to be worth it. It's built for higher earners, not someone scraping by. Then there's a country a lot of people have never even considered: Georgia. Not the state, the country, tucked between Europe and Asia. It's one of the most affordable places in the world, and freelancers running a small business there can qualify for a tax rate of just 1%. 1%. That's almost nothing. The catch is that it's tied to registering as a small business and meeting their rules. So it works best for self-employed people, not everyone. And across the Caribbean, there's a whole cluster of no income tax islands. Places like the Bahamas, the Cayman Islands, and Antigua. The Bahamas is just 50 miles off the coast of Florida, with no income tax, no capital gains tax, no inheritance tax. Sounds like a dream, right? The catch is that they make their money other ways, through high import duties and sales taxes that make everyday life expensive. And getting residency usually means investing a serious amount of money. But here is the single most important thing I can tell you in this entire video, and I need you to really hear it. If you are an American citizen, tax-free abroad does not mean tax-free for you. The United States taxes its citizens on their worldwide income no matter where on the planet they live. So even sitting in zero-tax Dubai, you still have to file with the IRS every single year. There are real tools that can lower or even erase a big part of that bill. Things like the foreign earned income exclusion. But the filing never goes away. And just so we're clear, I'm sharing what I've learned, not giving you tax or legal advice. So please talk to a qualified tax professional before you make any move based on this. That one conversation can save you a world of trouble. Okay, last category, and this one's for the people who don't have a fortune but still want a legal foot in the door somewhere new. Because residency abroad doesn't always cost a fortune. A lot of people hear golden visa and picture needing $500,000. And some of them do cost that. But the entry points are lower than you'd think. Within the entire European Union, the cheapest golden visa is in Latvia, where a business investment route can start at around 50,000 euros. That's the lowest legal door into EU residency by investment in 2026. But honestly, for most people, the smarter and far cheaper path isn't a golden visa at all, it's a digital nomad visa. Over 65 countries offer them now, and instead of a giant investment, they just ask you to prove a steady remote income. Some of the most affordable ones, like Colombia or Ecuador, only ask you to show somewhere around $1,000 a month coming in. That's it. The catch is that these are usually temporary, 1 to 2 years, sometimes renewable, and they don't automatically turn into permanent residency or a passport. They let you live there legally. They don't make you a citizen. And if your dream is Europe specifically, places like Spain, Portugal, and Greece all have nomad visas, though they ask for more income, usually around $3,000 a month or more. The trade-off is that some of those, like Spain and Portugal, can actually become a real path toward long-term residency and eventually citizenship. So you're paying more in income proof, But you're buying a future, not just a year. The honest catch across this whole category is the same. A visa is permission to stay, not a free pass on everything else. You still have rules to follow, income to prove, and paperwork to keep current. But compared to needing to be rich, these are genuinely within reach for a normal person with a remote job. All right, I've thrown a lot at you, so I put the whole thing on one screen for you right here. Take a second with this one, go ahead and pause the video and grab a screenshot because this is the part you'll actually want to come back to later when you're seriously comparing your options. You've got the cash grant towns, the zero tax countries, and the cheapest residency doors, each with its perk and its catch all in one place. Just remember the date on it. These programs change and expire constantly, so always verify the program still exists and check its current terms before you act on anything here. So now I'm curious about you. Out of everything we covered, the town that hands you a check, the country that taxes you nothing, or the cheap visa that gets your foot in the door, which one would you actually do? Drop it in the comments. I read them and I genuinely love seeing where you'd all go. Well, that brings us to the end of today's video. If you got something out of this, do me a favor and like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss what's coming next. I post new videos regularly. And if you know someone who's always talking about moving abroad, send this their way because it might be exactly what they needed to see. And let me know in the comments if there's a topic you'd like me to cover next, and I'll do my best to make it happen. Until next time, take care and keep dreaming a little bigger.